Hello everybody. It's a little dark in our garage, but let's turn you around and show you what's going on. So here's my first batch of babies. I'm gonna scare them. They're growing. Hello babies. I see everybody's pin feathers. So that's my first batch. And then these are a week apart. And they're still tiny. Hello babies. I see everybody. So all those were just our egg layers. I do have one male in there. It's a buff because I got rid of my other one. But anyway, sorry for my hair. I washed it and I'm letting it dry. It's natural curly and it drives me crazy. So let's take a little walk. As you guys know, my husband's been on vacation the past week and a half. And we'll show you what we got done. We did get all of our projects checked off on our list, and I was very thankful about that. We still didn't get quite as much done. I didn't add a lot to our list because I didn't know what the weather was going to do, but we ended up getting it checked off anyway. So I'm going to turn you around and show you what we have got done. Okay, so he broke the cylinder on his tractor bucket to make it lift up and down. But we did get all this graded, and what he done is he built it to where it slopes away from the barn and it won't run in the barn. Next, I did sow grass seed. We had extra ryegrass, so we'll see if it comes up. If not, I'll plant it later. So what you see here is from that corner right here all the way out. This is going to be my milking parlor for my goats. Then, if I come on around, this is going to be the goat barn. So what we're planning on doing is, it's going to be bright for a second, but right there as you come in our driveway, we're going all the way up to the fig tree, all the way over to those brown posts right there. That's going to be one big main gate that we can come through with a tractor. And then we're going to come all the way down the side to the top, or to the bottom right there at the chicken run. And then we'll come back over to the barn. So my goal is to have a big pasture at first, and then if we ever decide to get bucks, then I can just divide it and build them a barn. You guys have seen our chicken coop a number of times, but it is sanitized. It is fresh and ready to go for the baby chicks once they're ready to get in here. This is all the fencing, T-post and fencing for chicken run and goat fencing, and the black stuff right. Sorry, here comes a big feeding truck. This is our fencing to put up and over because across in the big pasture across the street from us is a pair of breeding hawks. So they do come around here and try to get my babies. But what we done was we took and scraped this whole chicken area. We scraped it, put fresh dirt in, filled in holes and everything. We took the old chicken poo and all and put it right here with some compost and turned it over, and it's been setting. So it's ready to be filled with It is ready to fill in the beds, if I can talk today. So it's Sunday, so there's a tad more traffic than usual, and I'm sorry because people have come from the mountains and they're all heading back home. But here's a few beds that I still have left to put out in the yard, and here's collapsible ones that I have. The bottom and the top are 2 long rectangles. These 4 are squares. And there's 2 beds also. But here's the big major project that we have been working on this week. And I love it. So my caterpillar tunnel, high tunnel, whatever you want to call it, it's finished. So that's just a sneak peek. It's really not finished all the way, but there's what the inside is looking like. There's 9 raised beds in there. I'll go over that later on. I'm letting it air today. And then I have this trellis looking thing to put up still. I'm not sure what I'm going to grow on it. And then I got my strawberries replanted, and I will be covering those this week. My guinea is out on the road, so yeah. If you've followed us for a while, I've showed you this before, but I'm not even all the way at the end of our property, but that's our house way up there on the hill. We took down some trees this past week that wasn't doing anything but spreading like a, I don't know what, and they were non-beneficial. So we took those down and graded a little bit more down that way. Our land goes out there for a while, but down here we're thinking about clearing it out because it runs down to the creek. So one moment, I was making sure Amazon wasn't going to pull in before I start walking back up the driveway. So our property goes down to the creek back there. So we're trying to figure if we're going to clean it on out. It's all fenced in. Our whole property is fenced in, all but that one place where the tree fell. My goal this year is to treat this farm kind of like between a hobby and a job, because with all this stuff that's going on, you're really not sure what's going to happen, and B, where your food's going to come from. So I am trying to get more beds this year, more stuff in the ground this year, because I learned a lot from last year and seeing how it goes. So I know that saves us money on groceries, and we know what goes into our food. So that's my plan. All of my blueberries and blackberries, muscadines, my scuppernongs did good this year. My muscadines did not do good. Then on top of that, I let it grow and I really didn't harvest anything, but look at it. It's looking pretty sad now because the seasons are changing. I don't even know if I can still harvest from it. This is a hibiscus tree. So there's red, but then the other pods are dying out. I'm guessing it'll go to seed. I don't know. This is the first time I've ever grew it. But is it supposed to be green like that? I don't know. Because I don't know what to look for. I don't know what to do. I'm going to have to research it because See how green they are on the inside? I do know I love the leaves. I eat the leaves. So when I walk by, they taste like lemon. But the wind and the storms knocked it over. And when it knocked it over and I stood it back up to grow, now my leaves don't look very good. And it's dying out. So, don't know. But I still do walk over and get a muscadine when I'm around that way. That's all of our orchard. And then we have blueberry bushes right there. And my whole back garden is a hot mess. So I've got to get back there and clean that out. But in the meantime, we still have projects to get done. So my husband is off. I think it's the week of November the 7th. So our goal for that week is to get the chicken run done and get all of the goat fencing up and the goat barn done. The milking parlor doesn't have to be done ASAP because I'll have a whole year to 2 years before it's even ready, because my goats will just be babies. So that's our projects for in November. We're trying to get my greenhouse totally finished this week so that we can start filling the beds. Then when he's in the bed, because he works night shift, I'm going to be putting weed cloth down on the ground and moving those raised beds you just seen to their permanent home, and working in the back garden bed to put it to bed for winter. So those are my goals for this coming up week. Maybe the next week, depends on the weather. Monday is usually a shot day. I always go to the chiropractor every Monday, and that is my errand day because I'm out anyway, and my chiropractor is an hour drive one way, and so I make Mondays my errand day. So Mondays are pretty shot, but the rest of the week I'm home unless something happens. So I think that's about all I was gonna say, and yeah. Alrighty, well, I guess I will see you guys on the next video, and I hope you guys have had a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on the next video. So bye and God bless.